Hi everyone, thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. Today we're going to get stuck straight in with my top 3 moves for you to get a better golf swing. So let's go and have a look at some more game-changing golf coaching. Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. Today's video we're going to look at my top 3 moves for a better golf swing. We're going to first of all look at rotation in your body. We're also going to look at what the pressure should be doing in your feet, and then we're looking at when you should actually get the speed into the club head to get that golf swing improved. And please remember, if you are new to the channel and you're watching for the first time, please think about hitting the subscribe button for me and click notifications, and then you'll get alerted every time we release a video. We release 2 new videos every week, and they're all geared up to help you improve your golf swing. Okay, so we're going to have a look here at my first tip, or my first move that you want to work on to get a better golf swing, and that's to do with body rotation. So if we address the ball here, what we're looking for on the backswing is we want to get the core rotating round to the right if you're a right-handed golfer. So we want to get a good turn into the pelvis. We want to see the right side of your pelvis moving away from the ball, left side moving in towards the ball, and then we want to see the upper body, so the chest and rib cage area, rotating more than that. And ultimately we want to get so that you've got a 45-degree turn in your pelvis, but then we've got a 90-degree turn in your upper body to create some torque that's going to, and some twist and coil that will help you release that golf club better when you swing back down into the golf ball. So if you're someone that's just struggling with that, one thing you could do is if you just put the club across your chest or up across your shoulders here, and then work on with the left side of the club here. We want to get the left side of that club pointing towards that golf ball, and that'll help you to get that feeling of how to get that body rotating. The other thing you can do as well, if you're just struggling with a bit of rotation in that backswing, is with your right foot, if you just turn your right foot out slightly, so instead of having your right foot pointing straight forward at the golf ball, just turn it out slightly, flare it out, and then just pull it back a little bit, and that will set your hips and your pelvis so that you've already got a part rotation in there. It's going to make it easier to make that movement on the backswing that we want to get, where you're rotating round and you're generating a really good turn. If you create that good turn on the backswing, we've got a great chance now on the downswing to get you turning your body back through the ball and hitting your best golf shots. Okay, tip number 2 then is to do with being at the top of the swing. And what we want to see here is that as you're swinging back and you're rotating your body around to the right, we want to get the pressure moving into your right foot, and specifically we want to feel that you're in your right heel as you're doing this. Okay, so pressure's going to go into your right heel as you swing back, and then as the club starts to get to the top of the backswing, we want to see that the pressure gets pushed out of the right foot and starts going back into your left foot. We don't want to wait until the club is at the top to do that. So when you swing back, we're going to go into that right heel, and then as the club starts to approach the top here, we want to start pushing back to the left with the pelvis so that we're starting to get the pressure moving left before the club starts to swing down. So pressure goes into right foot on backswing, it's got to get into left foot on downswing. But there's a period between completing the backswing and starting that downswing transition. So that's when you're about here and then you're making this movement with the club. That's where we want to see that the pressure starts to go forward. So a good drill to help you do that would be that if you start with the club out here And what we're going to do here, feet quite close together, you're going to rotate your body round to the right, and before the club gets to the top, step to the left and then swing back down. And that will help you get the pressure moving forwards into that left foot so that you can make a much better strike on that downswing, because you've got the pressure driving towards the target. Your body's going to be able to rotate first, and then the club is going to follow your body. Okay, so my third tip for creating a better golf swing would be when to actually put the speed into the club head. Now, what we want to do here is, as you're swinging to the top, if you put the speed into your arms and into the club at this point here as you start your downswing, you're accelerating with that club head too early. The ball is not up here, but I see a lot of golfers doing that in an eagerness to want to hit the ball, that when they get to the top here, the first thing they want to do is drive the arms down, move the upper body, and that speed then goes into that club head. So you're reaching peak acceleration with the club head in this kind of area here, and it's before you've got to the ball. And if you're thinking in absolutes, you're either accelerating or decelerating with that speed. So if you've accelerated to that point, you must be then decelerating as you go through the ball. So we don't want maximum club head speed here with the club head. We actually want to delay that, and we want to get maximum club head speed here as you go through the ball. So we're getting that later hit and that later release. So what we want to work on here is that when you swing to the top, so you've made a really good rotate, you've pressured into the left side to get the pressure going back into the left side, and then we want to allow the body to turn, the arms to drop down, and that's when you put the speed into the club there. You could practice this if you had a smash bag or an impact bag. If you put the impact bag here, we want to, just ahead of the ball, we want to work on turning your body and driving the handle towards the impact bag, but don't let the club head hit that impact bag. That will help you to delay when you put the speed into the club. So we want to practice getting into that position there. But also another really good drill that you could work on then to get that feeling for when to use the arms and the hands and to release that club. So if you put the club head right next to the ball there, if you go into impact position, which would see you just rotate the body towards the target, hands forward, and then what we want to do here is we want to push the ball with the club face and then flick it off at the very last second. And you can practice that to see how far you can push and then flick the ball. That will get you so that you're pushing in this area here, the golf ball, rather than this kind of action as you go through. So it's learning to drive the handle and then release the speed into the club head on the left of the ball. And that'll see you accelerating through the ball correctly rather than you've accelerated before you get there. Have a go with those tips. Try to get them into your practice routine, but that'll definitely get you improving that golf swing. It's another game changer in golf coaching.